All right, so it's been a while, as has been seemingly, um, I guess, normal, unfortunately. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, I've been meaning to do a bunch more videos. Unfortunately, work and just life have really slowed down the amount of videos I was getting out. Anyway, I wanted to do this one for you all, squeeze it in. I'm going to try to, I know I say this every time, but try to consistently put out more videos for you all, at least one a week. I think that's certainly doable. So, anyway, this one is on Genre, the House of Genre Parfums. I recently placed an order, or ordering had just opened up. This is the quickest I have gotten anything from them shipped wise. I was sure to, I placed my order probably within 10 minutes of them opening. I paid as soon as I saw the payment email, and I got a shipping notice. I think the next day. It took a few days, and it got here. So that was the quickest I've ever gotten anything from John, which is awesome. I will say the ordering's a pain. I know a lot of people complain about it. Because it's only open like once a month. It's because Devin does this as a side, kind of side hustle, side thing. He has a full time job where he's on oil rigs and can't really put in the time that it takes to do this on a 24/7 basis. So the ordering windows are, yes, somewhat frustrating, I guess, but they're also necessary. He's got other obligations and priorities. Anyway, I've been buying from Genre and for a long time. Um, Fortunately, I kind of stopped buying from Genre. Nothing about the house in particular. Nothing that really turned me away from them or anything. I just they don't have a whole lot of new releases. Usually, it seems like they come out with a new release maybe once every couple of ordering openings and windows. So once every couple of months. They've been doing more recently, I've noticed, which is good. Anyway, those that are familiar with Genre Parfums, you know what you get. They do got very amazing presentations. Um, Bottles look awesome. Logos look great. Um, Atomizers on the new bottles, which I say new, new as of I think late last year, maybe middle of last year, are great. The old ones kind of sucked, but they took care of that. 30 mils, $25, very affordable. You can get three 10 mil samples for $25 as well, also very affordable. And then their original creations come in bottles like this, and you can get 15 mil or I believe I don't know, it's 45 or 50 mil, or maybe it's 30. I don't remember. I usually buy the 15 mils. Anyway, very affordable. Overall, as a house, the quality is there. It's great. Devin's a great guy. The community, the group's great. Again, I think if I were to say anything, kind of downsides would be limited catalog and availability to order. I knew they were planning on launching websites, just never happened. And I think they are going to try to still in the future. I know they're going to basically have one of their new original releases that they're going to try to market more broadly. That is going to be on the website, I think, first, and then I believe they're going to try to you know, extend that later on. Anyway, so I placed a kind of reorder of stuff that I already had for the most part. My favorites from the house. There's two main ones that I really keep in my collection. I've tried nearly all of their stuff, other than some of the newest offerings. And two that I always reorder, I think, are done better than any other clone house. Um, it's Peaceful Night, which is their interpretation of Bond Number Nine, Sent a Piece for Him. Peaceful Night, why it's better, in my opinion, than any other clone house is, well, the one, it's very strong, it's very in your face, but not in like an off-putting way. You'll get noticed wearing this. You don't need to do a whole lot of crazy sprays, and it lasts. This one's the best performer out of all of the genres I have tried. This one will get you around 8 hours, no problem, easy, if not more. Some of the other genres, you're looking at maybe 4 or aromas out of most of them, but enough to get you through the workday. And they're cheap. These are $25 again for 30 mil, and they smell great. There's kind of some sediment in them. I don't know if that's some Broxton crystals, or fixative. If you can see it in the camera. Anyway, I'm not too worried about it. But I love this. Wear this all the time, especially at work. It's running low, so I bought a new one. Also, my other bottle was the old bottle with the old atomizer, and I kind of wanted the new one as well. Second one I really enjoy from this house is Heirloom. Heirloom, for those that haven't smelled, this is a clone of Christian Clive's Rock Rose. And for those that don't know, Rock Rose, ironically, doesn't actually even have rose as a note in it. What this reminds me of, if I were to compare it to a scent, would be something along the lines of YSL Tuxedo. It's a very formal scent, dress up, suit and tie kind of scent. Great for work. Another reason I love this. It smells really good. It smells very unique. But it smells very similar, like I said, to something like Rock Rose, or not Rock Rose, sorry, Tuxedo. Obviously, it smells like Rock Rose. I'm going to spray for you all just to show you the atomizers. Real quick on this. For those that aren't familiar with Genre. And I haven't tested this yet, so it's going to need to be primed for a sec, but you can see it's pretty good. They used to kind of really honestly suck. So it's a sweet, it's kind of this spicy, ambery vibe to it. It's good. It's classy, and like I said, it's a formal scent. Certainly wouldn't wear it in high heat. Indoors, you'd be fine, but if it's super humid out, I would not wear this. This is a good fall, winter fragrance. Like I said, good dress-up fragrance. I wouldn't wear this with a white t-shirt. It doesn't really fit, but it is great. Man, it smells really good. Like I said, you get this kind of ambery, sweet, it's not powdery. But it just smells classy. And those of you who aren't familiar with Peaceful Night, again, scent to peace. Very strong. This Peaceful Night in general is. Scent to peace is in general. Peaceful Night's the strongest I've felt of any of the clones I've smelled. And I've smelled all of them. Well, all of the main ones. So Peaceful Night, people say it smells like Aventus. I can see that. There's pineapple in there, but that's kind of where it draws the line. It's a much, in my opinion, much more masculine version of Aventus. It's very, almost, it's not spicy, but it's brisk and kind of, like I said, in your face. There is the pineapple in the opening. It's going to remind you of Aventus, but it doesn't really have that, smell of Aventus at all. It smells good. I got a ton of compliments on that. It's one of my most complimented, actually, and I think it is probably the most complimented I've worn out of all the genres. It smells great. I recommend picking it up 100%. These are two that I will always have in my collection. There was a bunch that like I said, I tried a bunch of genres. These are two that have stayed around. I think they always will. So, love them. Like I said, for $25 too, you can't beat it, especially this one because it performs crazy. But Heirloom's great too. Like I said, I know a few other companies make clones of this. Those that have tried it know that they missed the mark. Just leave it at that. I'm not gonna call out houses or whatever, start drama. But this one smells fantastic. Like I said, if you're into scents like Tuxedo, something along those lines, maybe Prada Luna, Rosa Black, Gari, Black, anything kind of like that. This is in that same kind of avenue. So here's the main reason I wanted to do this video. And that is for one of the most, I want to say hyped, what is hyped, but anticipated releases from Genre Parfums. And what they did was there was a delay. They were supposed to be available to order. There was a delay, got pushed back. So what Devin did was he gave out samples for everybody who ordered this past ordering window. I think everybody, or at least while it lasted, supplies lasted, whatever. So, anyway, these are really cool. I'm really excited to try it. It's a fresh take. It's called Bergamot Imperial. But look at that packaging. I will say Genre has every house hands down beat, in my opinion, on presentation. It's just crazy. Like the presentation, all their bottles look awesome. Alexandria looks cool too. I mean, some of the other houses definitely look great presentation wise, but I think Genre does that, has that in spades. Look at that. Love the look, and it's just a sample pack. Okay, this is a little atomizer. It's Bergamot Imperial. Now, I've seen there was already a review done on this. I can't remember who did it. Some other reviewer who got a full size bottle from Devon pre-release to review. Obviously, this isn't that. I got the sample, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe I'll still give you my opinion on it. Cool thing about the bottle is he had, and I anticipate they will have it when it's released, is it had all the notes, the note breakdown on the back of the bottle. And as far as the bottle presentation goes itself, it looked really good. So, you know, it looks great. Again, presentation by Genre is hands down, fantastic. I'm going to pull up the notes real quick for Bergamot Imperial for you, since they don't have it, unfortunately, on the sample set, or sample. Sorry, by the way, I realize I am kind of jumbled as far as my thoughts go. It's just been a long day, or a long morning, I suppose. Very sleep deprived at the moment. So I'm trying to see if we can find a note breakdown on here. Here we go. So top notes are bergamot, citrus notes. Doesn't say what sort of citrus notes. Oceanic notes. Heart, saffron, white rose, orange flower. Not sure what that is. Patchouli. Base is leather, sandalwood, mossy notes, amber, and white musk. Now, I'm not saying this is going to smell like it. Looking at the notes, though, what I'm getting, bergamot's in the top, roses in the heart, leather and mossy notes and musk are in the base. What does that remind you of? Now, I know a lot of fragrances smell like each other, but Ventus, right? Usually a bergamot or pineapple opening. There's rose in the mid, and there's leather and some sort of mossy notes and musk in the base. Hashafat, at least the versions of or takes on a Ventus, have that. So I anticipate this is going to probably smell slightly like a Ventus, but they added other citrus notes, which is probably not going to change a lot. Oceanic notes, so the ocean notes is going to probably give it this aquatic vibe. They've also added different flowers. Patchouli's in there, which is already, again, with what we're comparing to. But it's got orange flower, whatever that is. It's also white rose. So that's different. It's also got amber in it and sandalwood. There's no vanilla. So I don't think it's going to smell exactly like a Ventus. I'm just saying it seems like this might have been, I don't want to say inspired by Ventus, but this might be along the same lines to some extent. But it certainly sounds like it goes its own way. So they say it can be worn any year or any season year round. It's best in the warm weather though. It says body heat activated, causing the citrus and aquaticus to pop. So kind of cool. It's going to come in a 100 ml offering, I think only. It's going to be $80 for 100 ml. So there's going to be 200 available upon release. Anyway, limited. So let's see what this smells like. Excited. I'm gonna try this on the skin. I am really excited to be honest with you. Genre does pretty good. Like their original creations, I'm pretty impressed by. RAMC is running after my car. It's a really odd name. That is one of the most popular ones. It smells really good. It's a fresh, kind of citrusy Mexican fragrance. It's very good. They have lemons and liqueur, apples and aces. They have a bunch that are actually really good. They do a really good job with the original creations. So let's try this though. Atomizer is great on this little thing. Ooh, I'm already smelling from here. So this This is the running after my car. I'm gonna compare it because it kind of reminds me of it, honestly. Hmm. Slightly. I don't know what the notes are running after my car are, but they're similar. They're not the same. This is very. It might be the oak moss. It's how kind of Hashbot has that kind of not petrol smell, but like a what's oak moss. You can smell the oak moss in this for sure. I'm getting citrus and oak moss. You can smell some of the florals. Now, I'm not getting ocean notes, although what I'm picking up is oak moss. Could also be smelling sort of like ambergris, but that wasn't listed. It just says ocean notes. It might be. I don't. I'm getting this ambergris vibe, so that could be the ocean notes. I mean, definitely get the bergamot. The florals are light, so if you're somebody who doesn't like florals, they're not very prominent. Same with again Aventus, where they're there, but you don't really pick up on them a whole lot. There's a slight rose kind of smell. I'm not really getting the other florals, but you can kind of smell it underneath. It's very. This is very much line along the lines of Hashabad in my mind, as far as a peaceful night. What I was just talking about. It's very kind of in your face, forward. I feel like it's going to project very well. Citrusy, obviously, but it's got this very masculine vibe, and I am getting this. What's standing out to me most, other than the bergamot, is this sort of the oak moss mixing with the ocean notes, which to me is kind of coming off it like ambergris, and it smells really good. It actually reminds me of a much better version of something smelled from the house of Sammy Andros. I might be butchering his last name. I apologize if I am. Um, One of his offerings, I think it was like By the Sea or something. This kind of smells like, in my opinion, a much better version of that. And that did have ambergris in it, but so if anybody smelled that, this smells somewhat similar to that, but better. I like it. I really do. I'll have to wear it in the heat before I decide whether or not I want to buy a 100 ml bottle of it. The price is certainly reasonable. It's certainly unique. This does not really smell like Aventus, so there's that. It smells more closer to Peaceful Night or Bond Number 9 Scent of Peace for him than Aventus. It smells kind of like that if you added more bergamot and then you added some ocean notes. It's good. It's very masculine. I would not recommend this for women. It might be marketed as unisex. I certainly would not wear this if I was a woman, unless you're into masculine fragrances. If you like Hashabad, if you like Bond Number 9 Scent of Peace for him, you might like this. I don't think it's unisex. I don't even know if it's marketed as unisex. I just don't think it's unisex. Um, anyway, so that's what you get. Really, it's a citrus fragrance, citrus fresh fragrance. There's ocean notes that to me comes off as ambergris. Again, I haven't worn in the heat. Uh, there's a tone of sweetness kind of from the sandalwood. You can get a hint of floral with the rose is what I'm really smelling. In the mid, kind of gives it this, little something extra. It's good. I can see it being mass appealing, 100%. Um, Versatile, absolutely. I think you could wear this even in the cold. I think it's going to cut through the weather. Good. It seems like it'd be just as versatile as something like Aventus or Bond Number 9. So yeah, if you like those fragrances, definitely would at least try to sample it. Um, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to buy 100 ml yet. I might just because I know I like it so far, and I want to support Genre and Devon. But I definitely want to test it more first. Okay, and I will give another video on my impressions on that. But it's good. It is absolutely good. Again, to me, it's unique in the sense that it kind of takes the base of Bond Number 9 or Aventus and kind of adds the ocean notes to it, but doesn't smell like Aventus. It's certainly not as sweet. A lot of the event dispatches, and it just does its own thing. So yeah, but if you like those type of scents, this would be great. Super versatile, wear it all the time. As it's drying down, it becomes more unisex. I still would not recommend this for women at this time. The opening is very kind of almost like ambroxan, but I think it's ambergris coming out and with the citrus notes. It's very brisk and kind of, I won't say harsh, it's not. Again, it's like Bond number 9. If you smell that, it's not the piece of brand, that opening, where it's kind of piercing, in a good way, in my opinion. Or Dior Sauvage, almost like the ambroxan from that. It smells like. So anyway, this is good. Certainly, I'd recommend sampling. Like I said, in this video's getting long. Great job, Devin. Great job. Okay, I think this is probably my favorite of your original releases. Absolutely. From what I've seen, the presentation looks awesome. I just, like I said, I want to wear this actually in the heat. But from first impressions, it's good. It is good. Definitely different than what I was expecting. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So good job. I will do a follow-up video when I've had more time to wear it.